Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for one at the national championship with an automatic bid. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Cornhuskers offense comes on the field first today. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity. And that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
That is a first down. Good job by this big offensive line and this running back to be able to pick up positive yards. How often have we said that over the years with backs and offensive line play from Nebraska?
Caught quickly. Finds just enough space and makes the first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
That's caught. It's sharp. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
He's running out of time here. And the junior able to get home with the sack. That sack makes it third down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. The Huskers bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. Oh, and he shanked it. Looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. So Minnesota's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The quick throw out left, complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down. Okay, it's third down after that run. Can he make it to the marker? And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Cross. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's 1st and goal.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Boy, nice job. Creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete. Important 2nd down play coming up. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Looks left and finds his target there. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. The Cornhuskers keep the football on the move. They call the counter run here. He's got room, looking for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Huskers. Kurt, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit, swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a 1st down. The Golden Gophers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Slides the quick throw. An explosive play, big gain, spotted down near the 37.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for 3rd and 5. He'll hand it off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done on that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and they make a play.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 46-yard attempt. And that one's straight down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Return starts from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? On first down, it's play action. Well, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's caught downfield. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. And the quarterback dropping back. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. The Cornhuskers will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Minnesota offense takes the field, looking to build on this lead in this possession that has settled for 3 last time out. Empty set now, 5 wide. Bringing pressure. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35. The offense really clicking here. Ball handed off. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And it's Minnesota in front here, Kurt. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field, ready now for the second period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back. Look at the throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. And the Golden Gophers are going to keep this drive rolling. Makes a quick catch. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The Golden Gophers looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Hard running through a tackle. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Play action here on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10. Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. The quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. It's a screen pass complete to the running back.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes the shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
They try to run it with the option. Pitches to the back. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. It's 3rd down for the offense. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
One of the great things about this offensive scheme is how they spread the defense out, put a lot of pressure on them because they create a lot of space in the middle. They've been able to get the ball to this slot receiver time and time again.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
And the Golden Gophers have 1st and 10 here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. It's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Made the defense look slow that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is...
Two players covered 7, left 2 players wide open. Damn. Hard flat did not go good. Everybody's covered on that side. Damn.
After the catch, this one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Let's it fly to the wide out. Oh, that one's picked off.
Too long.
And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
There's a shot toward the end zone.
Oh, what a catch.
Touchdown.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. The Minnesota offense takes the field. The last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here.
Oh, my God.
This is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. A completion sets up a second down play. Here comes a handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And the Huskers are going to cash in this red zone trip. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Touchdown, Huskers. This offense cannot be stopped.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the extra point goes up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
A lot of times college quarterbacks are more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read.
And looking for a big play here. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
The Golden Gophers will have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Extending the play now. Powerful running into the secondary. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. He was on target with his first try. This is a chip shot, 24 yards. And he knocks it right through the uprights. So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer it before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they've got the returner corralled. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. Second down after the incompletion. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. It's Fowler. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick grab. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. You don't see that often with this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And this pass is on target, caught. That's good for a first down near the 40.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
There's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Defense is coming after him. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. They'll run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They'll run it to the left. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. 2 quarters down in the Big Ten Championship. A couple of incredibly worthy teams battling for their rightful place in the history of this great conference.
The Huskers will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. They begin with a quick throw to the left. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Using his legs on the scramble. He just trucks through the defender. Tackle made after a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. And he'll set up to throw.
Oh my gosh.
Sapped in the end zone. At midfield. At the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Wow, there's a risky throw here so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception, Chris. Sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete.
But they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Breaking free at the 35. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle.
And he's
how's that picked off? How?
On the return, but the defense comes.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And now the running back's got it again.
You've got to be kidding me.
He's free around the 15. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, this red era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. The Cornhuskers looking to keep this drive rolling. And they'll use the ground game here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. But let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they're finally able to stop him, but great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a first down. So penalty on the defense moves the offense 5 yards closer. The Cornhuskers looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Catch made over the middle. Tackled after the completion, down at the 1-yard line.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better.
Oh, and it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They're going to scramble now.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense. When you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
They're going to run it here. Powerful running here. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runs.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Going to try to use his legs here. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching your head. You had him at second and forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's third down. You better make up for it right here.
And the Golden Gophers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Catch made on the right side. They finally tackle him at the 4. That's a solid gain on the pitch and catch. Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. And here's the handoff. No shot to bring him down. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Well, that's exactly why you dial up a screen. The defense is overcommitting to the pass rush and trying to apply pressure on the quarterback. Great execution, plenty of space available, and, man, he had a convoy downfield to help him pick up big yards.
And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Well, Kirk, Nebraska has the lead here, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. 2nd down after that previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. There's the handoff. Fights off the defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down. And the Huskers will bring their punt team onto the field. That's his 4th punt already today. This will bounce and head out of bounds inside the 10. That's a great punt. The offense will be pinned back. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? He's moving out of the pocket now. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out on the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Good enough for first down yardage.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Caught quickly, breaking free at midfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback looking to scramble. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle there, but a penalty is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Golden Gophers come to the line with first and goal. Catch made on the left side. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Look at the blazing speed for that quarterback. Kirk, if you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. We saw that exactly on this score right here.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They're forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
The important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. And he cannot hold on to the ball. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Huskers will have to kick this away. That's already his 5th punt of the game. And it's taken right on the midfield logo. Returner tackled right there. That's where we'll start the drive. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use, At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
And the Golden Gophers pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. We head now to the 2-minute warning as the offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. An inside give now from the shotgun. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Golden Gophers are going to cash in this red zone trip. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. You're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.